Hi everyone, my name is Rob Torres and I'm an artist, inker, and colorist. Some of my work includes colorist duties in one of IDW's Starmage stories, as well as several independent companies here in Florida. Some of the companies I've worked for include companies like Hashtag Studios, where I'm the current colorist for Tailwands, Creature Entertainment, where I was the artist on Bubba the Redneck Werewolf, along with other well-known local companies like CAE and Resistance Entertainment. From time to time, I like to make tutorial videos or how-to videos and post them on the web for you guys. So please, check it out, and if you like what you see, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or Periscope. Thanks. Just a quick note, guys. On today's video, you'll hear me breathing heavy or sounding really plugged up like I do now. It's mostly because of the intense allergies that I have here in Florida almost every day. Today is one of the really bad days. So, forgive my labored breathing and my Darth Vader-like, nasally, annoying voice today. Thanks.
Hey everybody. So, I'm doing a review this week on the Chameleon color pens and how they pair up against Copics for coloring. The big deal about Chameleon pens is that you only need the one pen and you can get multiple tones out of them. I'm still learning how to work them smoothly enough, but the piece that I'm going to work on to color is this piece of Ciri. So Ashley did a similar, or actually kind of almost exactly like this piece at Tampa Bay Comic-Con. Put it up for sale. It didn't sell, but only because I had it buried under a bunch of other stuff. But I have it for comparison. That one was inked using these Prismacolor Premiers inking pens and a Kuretake brush pen, which I don't have here at the moment, but I'll probably go get it and use it. But then I also colored it using Copics, which I don't know if any of you actually use Copics, but basically you buy different tones within a color family. So there could be between 5 to 8 different tones for purple, and you start layering them down, normally from light to dark, to get the desired result, depending on what you want. Anyway, this video though is just going to be inking, so how I ink traditional piece going forward. Now, I used to be against inking the way that I'm going to show now, which is basically just doing a heavy outline on the character and then going in later and doing fine detail work with different weighted pens. For today's example, I'm using the bold. I don't know if you can see that. The bold of the set, and I'm also going to be using the 0.5 and the 0.3 and the 0.1. But this is the set that I use, Prismacolor Premier. Not too bad, actually pretty good. And they do pretty okay when you don't want to use a brush pen or any of the traditional pens that you may want to use, and you just want to do a quick piece. Since this piece is going to be primarily a color piece, I am going to basically just do some very quick work here to try to get the outline of the character done. As you can see, let's see here. So now, obviously, when you do an actual comic, this is not really the best way to go about it. They're going to use light sourcing and all kinds of other tricks to decide where your thick lines go, where your thin lines go, where your different weights go. So, but for a commission like this, or a piece like this, which typically would be like a commission piece, I simply just like to take it a little bit further. All right. Accentuate the and separate the different parts of the figure. So, alright. So there, I pretty much did all the outline work for this piece. I'll typically come in later with the brush pen and do some spot blacks and some shading. And some of the detail work, most of the detail work, I'll probably be doing with either 0.5 or the point 0.03 pens. So I'm probably going to do 0.5 here for the hair, most of the hair work. I'll do the finer detail work in either 0.3 or 0.1. The point is for me that stuff not to get too muddy. If it gets too muddy, people kind of tend to lose focus as to what's going on there. Don't want that. So anyway, as you can see, I try to keep in mind this is her top with the frilly, spongy ridge there, but it's not perfect, but it's not really meant to be perfect, not yet anyway. For a piece like this that I'm going to do full color, I tend to actually go in with the color later and make a lot of corrections and highlights, or try to use any mistakes I've made to my advantage to make them unique, to make the piece feel more unique. Anyway. Of course, the great liberty, normally I do a lot of digital work. That's the bulk of my stuff is digital work. The great liberty with traditional work is that you are allowed to make mistakes, and you don't have to fill in all the lines, and you're able to actually use the piece even with incomplete lines, warts and all, to your favor, because you don't have to come in with a fill bucket later and curse yourself for not closing that line and mess with the gap closure settings on anything. Of course, the bad part is you do run out of colors eventually. Replace them, and there is no undo button. I miss my undo button from time to time. Alright, so that's the end of the 0.5. That was the 0.5 in case I didn't specify that. So, let's see here. 0.3. We're going to use 0.3 for facial details for Ciri. Now, I use more of a manga type thing where the eyes do get drawn in over the hair a little bit. That's okay, it's kind of my thing. What you get when you grow up on Dragon Ball Z and all that other stuff. Now, obviously, I don't use the same pen pressure for every line. I let the pen pressure dictate how thin or how delicate the line can be. To do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Alright, so just got some neck muscles here that need to be accentuated. And now we can go in and do some of the shading. for the shading, I tend to use, oh sorry about that, hit my stand. For the shading, I tend to use, well, this is my custom-made loot crate. This is another set of pens that I use. These are the Faber-Castell pit pens. They're alright. They don't hold their nib as nicely, but they're pretty good when you first get them. I use these white gel rollers by Signo, Uniball. Got them at jetpens.com. I use them while I'm coloring, but not while I'm inking. And there we go. For my spot blacks and other things, sometimes I'll only use this pen, but for my spot blacks, I'll use my Kuretake brush pens. Now these are number 40 sable hair. They're a little expensive. They're like $40 a pen. But the brush tip is amazing. The refills cost $5 for like 3 refills. You can get a converter kit like I got on the other pen, the red one, and fill it with your own ink. But I ran out of ink for that, so it's kind of useless at the moment. But I do have the cartridge refills for made by the manufacturer of the pens for this. So I'm going to use it to add some dark shading here. Well, the beauty of these pens is you get like more of a traditional stroke. I don't know if you can see that from this. These pens really shine when you gotta do a brunette or someone with black raven hair. It's really great. So I'm just gonna basically put these blacks in like the darkest part of her hair, parts closest to the root, and furthest away from a light source. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I suffer from severe allergies here in Florida. Another reason why I'm not a huge fan of living in Florida, especially here where there's a lot of trees. But yeah, sorry if I sound nasally or you hear me Darth Vader breathing. Basically that's it. I'm just gonna keep doing these shadows here. And some feathering. That's my wife. She's also sick. Just got out of the hospital. Now normally I think most people that they use color as often as I do They don't put these many spot blacks, but when I'm doing traditional work like this, I kind of like to. I think it looks nice. So I will. Alright, so sorry about that. Battery ran out. The hadn't really done much after the battery ran out anyway. I just added a few more embellishments here and there, feathering mostly, but not all of it obviously. So after I finish doing all the Kurotaki stuff, all I have left to do is erase all the pencil marks. So not much really. Then it's ready for color. Now as a comparison, this is the one I did with Copics. So I'm going to be comparing the two after I'm done. So until next time guys, when I have all my colors ready, set to color this Ciri up. Alright? Bye bye.